Welcome back. Here with us with the halftime report, and it is time to understand what's happening in the world of commodities. Usually it's all up and away. That's been the trend last so many weeks. Manisha, what do you have your eye on right now?
Sylvia, I'm looking at the rainfall, and this is the best monsoon rainfall that you've seen in 6 years in the year 2020. So up and above here as well. And also when you look at the Kharif sowing, that is 18.5% higher as compared to last year till time. If you look at pulses, the sowing there has increased by 26%. Rice acreage has gone up by 17%. Oilseed sowing is soared by 25%. I mean, you look at cane and various other commodities, it really has been a good day. The monsoon, the sowing numbers, the water reservoirs have been on the positive side as well. It clearly is face saving when you look at the COVID situation and the way the agriculture sector really has performed. Atul Chaturvedi of Adani Wilmar now joins us on the phone line. Mr. Chaturvedi, hi, good to have you. What is your sense, first of all, on the sowing numbers itself, especially when it comes to oil seeds? Because would you say by the end of the sowing, we perhaps are working with stronger numbers in any case?
Oh, definitely. Much stronger number, which possibly I had thought may not be possible. What we are seeing as far as groundnut is concerned is mind-boggling. Groundnut has already crossed 4.2 million level and it's still going up, which means it's a massive increase of more than 15 or 1.5 million compared to last year. And soybean also seems to be doing wonderfully well. And soybean, I believe, has crossed about 11.4 million tons as of the last report which we've got. So overall, the scenario as far as oilseed is concerned looks to be good, except perhaps the the castor doesn't seem to be performing, and which is natural. With very good rains, castor normally becomes a casualty because castor is king when you have a drought-like situation. And for a change, we feel this time round, groundnut, which we had always considered as a dry fruit in the last 15, 20 years, we might actually start calling it as an oilseed all over again.
Yeah. Okay. So, Mr. Chaturvedi, there are a lot of factors which impact the agriculture commodities. Right now, for the international markets, it is also about the easy stimulus money that's available. The Chinese demand has been more or less on the positive side. And the Indian imports are expected to be near record when you look at the month of July. We have festive season approaching fast as well. So, whether it's oil seeds or sugar for that matter are expected to be in demand. Festivals are not going to be huge, but I mean, this is the time people do stock up, do make those delicacies, etc. Are you looking at demand then showing up too?
No, I don't see demand ballooning for the simple reason that we are still not out of the woods as far as the corona or COVID-19 is concerned. And these micro lockdowns are actually creating a lot of problems in terms of both demand destruction as well as in terms of supply chain, maintaining the supply chains. Every day we keep hearing that this state is under lockdown, this city is under lockdown. So that is not helping matters. As far as the markets going up is concerned, you are absolutely spot on to say that it is nothing but excess of liquidity and stimulus money, which is fueling speculative tendencies right across. But demand destruction continues to be a reality, and I don't see demand picking up. And as far as festivals is concerned, in this scenario, festivals and celebratory this thing is probably something which is not going to happen.
Mr. Chaturvedi, you look at edible oil space, you look at sugar as well, and in the international markets and ICE, we are trading at around 3 to 6 week highs as I speak. I do understand that there is demand destruction, but the fund money really seems to be pushing, finding these current prices quite attractive, not just for the non-agro, but for the agriculture as a sector as well. Is that, would you say, could be one of the reasons that we see higher food prices going forward from here?
Difficult to hazard a guess on that because it's excess of liquidity chasing goods. But as far as sugar is concerned, we see no reason why sugar needs to go up, except perhaps that London has been reacting largely on the strength of news that Pakistan might come in for tender and Indonesia might come in for buying and things like that. As far as the raw sugar is concerned, that has not gone through the roof. So we don't see too much of an action on that front. As far as edible oil is concerned, edible oil also possibly a lot of speculative money or these stimulus actions, whether it's by way of biofuel mandate or biodiesel mandates or whatever.
Okay.
So that is possibly the one which may have resulted in spikes.
Okay.
As far as the food demand is concerned, we don't see food demand too strong at this point of time.
Okay. Mr. Chaturvedi, I have one final question. So what is your sense going forward? We are almost at the end of July, August, September, October. How would you look at these next 3 or 4 months? Because these are important months in sense of food consumption in India. You said the festival demand is not expected. How are you looking at the supplies then and the demand and the prices going forward for agriculture, given the fact that there is stimulus, given the fact also that there could be more easing in sense of lockdown going forward?
As far as sugar is concerned, sugar could bounce back a little on the strength of the fact that possibly the minimum selling price might get suitably tweaked if whatever news we are getting from our sources is confirmed. So that might result in sugar prices improving a bit, and that should help in the industry paying off the farmers, whatever the dues, balance dues. As far as edible oil is concerned, edible oil, I think, had run up a little too much and a little too fast.
Okay.
And at the demand side, we did not see too much of a spike. But obviously, when markets go up, so something will chase. We are not very positive as far as the values are concerned. And on top of that, Indian monsoon seems to be doing very well.
Yes.
And we can be possibly be looking at a much higher soya, much higher groundnut, and much higher sesame crop.
Okay.
So all those things going forward, and with demand destruction and out-of-home consumption still a casualty, because I've been in lockdown for almost 4 or 5 months now.
All of us have been.
A restaurant even now.
I get that, Mr. Chaturvedi. Okay. So good monsoon, higher sowing, weak international cues. So I don't think that's so. One good positive really is that the food prices are not expected to run up.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for that, Manisha. Well, on that note, we'll wrap up on Halftime Report. The markets at the high point of the day. Business lunch will take all the action forward.